Welcome to whatever the title is this time.
Her, Karen, and you know Karen, always asking for the manager, has 5 mouths on her face. It's just like
It's fairly funny. How do you fit 5 mouths on your face?
I don't know.
Is it like cheek and cheek, and then here, like, does she have like a double chin
No,
mouth?
so what I'm thinking is like it's kind of like a double. She has one of them is like a double decker. It's like there's one right here, and maybe she has one on her forehead, like it's a third eye, and then she's got here and here.
Nice. And they all just open at once and spray liquid as she's asking for the manager.
It's just.
Imagine how loud that would be if you had 5 mouths. Would it increase your volume, or would you have to have like bigger vocal cords?
100%. Because there's just like extra speaker. It's surround sound for your face.
I don't think that guy at home just eats butter. I mean,
I hope not. Oh my goodness.
And butter's expensive, dude. He's like, Mom, I gotta go buy another case of butter to chomp on. You think he takes them out frozen and eats them, or cools them off and drinks them?
No. So like in the summertime, he definitely like puts them in the freezer and he like
Chills them. It's like a popsicle.
He sticks a stick in him. He sticks a stick in it. In the winter he warms it up.
Like a soup.
Yeah, like a soup or like hot chocolate. And in the fall he adds pumpkin spice. Just to like
gross.
add a
I want a good movie about clones. I don't want a movie about clones that is so-so.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it.
I want the love. I want the love.
You want the love? You want the love?
Because, oh my goodness. Clone Wars changed.
Oh, call Ellie. Call Ellie. My water tastes like minerals.
Justin, you suck!
Right, we were talking about this Bloodshot movie, and we were like, it'll be fine, it'll be a good story, because she's not into just violent action movies. She really loved the movie, which I thought was interesting, but before the movie, while the trailers were rolling, I mean, no, it wasn't the trailers, it was like before the annoying chick that's like, hi, welcome to the pre-show, or whatever her name is. She could just quit her job for all I care. Gosh, she's annoying. I can't get her out of my head now. Rachel told me a story about, she's like, I had this idea for Finding Nemo, but in real life. And I was like, yo, that's a cool idea. I kind of leaned in. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm listening. And she totally went through and did this whole spiel. And then it started to just
turn like dark.
It started to get whack, yeah. She was sitting, and then she was like, and then she got abducted, and then the Nemo character gets abducted by like sex traffickers, and I was like, whoa, like this just, like I was like, this is a cool, like when she said real life Finding Nemo, I was like, oh, that's like, cool, like a kid gets lost or whatever. Yeah, she totally turned it down and was like, yeah, the kid gets like kidnapped by sex traffickers. Anyway, in the end, I was like, but in the end he gets away, he meets people on the way, right, or whatever. He gets saved from this experience physically and emotionally, right? And I think that's what I said, actually. And she goes, well, no, at the end, he kind of escapes, but then he dies. And can you see Rachel saying that in your mind? She's like, yeah, he just dies. And I was like, okay. I mean, they make so much money, but on the other hand, you're like, dude, you got money, man. Like, you're good. Just keep all the networks and things you own. Yeah, just keep it in the ballpark.
The mouse, Hayden. The mouse is hungry.
Hot dog!
I want more hot dogs!
And so I thought I would just feature it a little bit. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how Abby feels.
Very nice. My sister made this one painting. It's very nice.
Oh,
she
dude,
gave it to
I've
me.
seen them on Instagram.
No,
Which one did she give you?
Okay, so she gave me this one. I don't know if she put it on Instagram, but like it's my favorite.
That's awesome.
It's the Froggy Bruto. Going boating. Oh, Going
Right?
boating is great. Okay? We have to tell the story about when we went boating at Camp Yeoman with Arian. How
Oh, that was nuts.
that was
crazy.
crazy. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
start.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
start.
yeah. You go, go,
Okay,
go.
so this
That was
is
crazy.
last year. Last year we had our young men's camp, which is like basically just all of us getting together and going to a campsite. It's basically like scout camp. And one of the days we went, it was 4th of July, and we went boating. And we were on Hayden's dad's boat, and there were about 6 or 7 of us on the boat, and we were tubing. We had 2 tubes going.
Which is the only way to boat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a boater, but maybe it's because I can't wakeboard, but like wakeboarding skiing, who needs it if you got a freaking tube,
Yeah,
dude?
it's so fun. And then so we had 2 tubes, and it was essentially like battle tubes. So one of the tubes, only one person could be on one, and then the other one, 2 people could be on it. And so we were taking turns doing like
Yeah, and we
like
had them
little
both. Yeah, had them
battles.
both connected to the boat. That's
Yeah.
why it's like battle tubing.
Yeah. And we were taking turns like battling each other, and it was super fun. Oh my gosh, it was a blast. And I get on the 2-man tube with our
Two-man
homie
tube.
with our homie Malachi, and Malachi is a beast. Let me just describe him. He is the short king. Like that is because he is built like a monster.
He's big,
He's a
dude.
big guy, big strong dude, and I'm tall and skinny, so it was a good compromise. And then on the other tube, we had our friend Arian, and I've had
The
him
man, the myth,
on a
the
couple.
legend.
Yeah, I've had him on a couple videos. He's a small guy. He's a swimmer, and
He's the super tan kid.
yeah, we would mess with him. We mess with him all the time. For the longest time, he was known as freshman, and at the time, I think he was going into sophomore year. Yeah, he was going into sophomore
Yeah.
year.
But he was just a little twerp.
And and so we were messing with them, and we get to the battle tubes, and so Arian is on the other
Battle
tube.
tube.
Malachi and I are on the other one, the 2-man, and we start going. And Malachi has the great idea of like trying to knock the other person
Dude,
off of the tube.
He's ruthless.
And-
It's not the idea that he had to knock, it's the way he did it.
Yeah, it was insane the way that he did it.
He got up on the tube, pardon my white legs. He got up on the tube and like sideways, facing Arian's tube is over there, and he takes both legs and goes wham!
He starts
wham!
kicking
and
it.
pushing his tube into the water to try and flip his tube and just destroy Arian.
And meanwhile, I'm on the other side of the tube or the side farthest away from Arian, and I'm just hanging on for dear life, trying to make sure we don't flip.
Because Malachi is making your tube go.
Yeah, it's just like
wham, wham.
he's holding on with just his arms, and he's like lifting up. He's super buff. He's just kicking the crap out of Arian's tube.
Lifting up.
At one, he'd been doing this for like a couple minutes, and at one point he kicks Arian's tube, and Arian's tube flips
And it works.
over.
It works. Exactly.
It flips over.
Flips
and
over
like,
towards yours.
yeah, it flips over on top of our tube. And at that point, I'm like, oh, dang it, Arian fell off. We gotta stop the boat.
All of us in the boat looking back are like, oh, Arian just wiped it. He just got destroyed, and we're like, woo! And Dad was even slowing down. Because Dad was driving. He was even slowing down. And then
the tube flies off of our tube, which, because it was on top, it flies off of our tube, and I look up, and I see Arian just standing there on top of Malachi and I. It was
he flipped
amazing.
over, grabbed Sean and the tube, and was just like, what just happened?
I'm like, oh, Arian fell, and then the tube moves. I just see Arian there, just. And then I look up at the boat.
Legendary.
I look up at the boat at you guys, and you guys are going, whoa!
It was legendary.
Is that a donut?
Yeah.
Lucky. Yes. And what is our name our secret facility.
It's the secret podcast facility, or as Sean would say, the secret podcast syphilis.
Comment if you want us to talk about Harry Potter, because we won't. Gary? Gary?
Is that you, Gary?
What are you doing, Gary?
When did that even happen?
I don't know, man. That happened.
I think that wasn't that Mission Prep.
Yeah.
Where
No, it wasn't.
when was
It didn't start at Mission. I don't remember. I just remember like
I
was talking to you one time.
Men's camp.
I don't remember when it happened.
Because I remember that was the most profound because we were doing like role play and stuff for missionary teaching, and then they're like, "What's your name?" And Sean from the other side of the room was like, "Gary."
and then they were like, "All right, it's Gary." And then they continue to say the name Gary. And we can't help but laugh.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And they're like, "We got to change the name." Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they were like, "What's so funny?" We're like, "Don't worry about it."
But I don't. That was definitely not when it started. It started before that. Oh man, it was probably a year before that. That is my guess, because like I definitely remember that being a thing at that point in time, because oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it was just great.
Yeah.
Every time I see Hayden, I just Gary.
It's been going on for quite a long time.
It's
That's all I
a
know.
very great thing. I really want to flesh out Gary's character a little bit more. I feel like I feel like he deserves some character development or something.
I feel like
yeah,
I feel like he's not. So it's funny because we say Gary in like an old person voice, but is Gary actually an old dude?
No, he's 13 years old. He goes to a middle school with 14 other people. Whether or not they're the same age is completely up to you guys. Do you think they should be the same age?
At a school with 14 people?
14 kids.
Yeah.
That sounds like the X-Men Academy or something. Gary is an X-Men.
Yes, there we go. Now we're getting some good character development.
He goes to a school with 13 other people. Okay. So he goes to X-Men Academy.
Yeah, he goes to Professor Xavier's school for the gifted.
Yeah, special school. What power does he have?
That's a good. Arian, you got it. What power does Gary have?
Has to be something with sound. Now that every time you yell Gary, something has to happen, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's good.
Like maybe call to action.
Maybe his power is that he just says his name really loud, and it's like a sonic boom out of his mouth. Gary! What is his X-Men superhero name? Is it just straight up Gary?
It has to be. What else would you name him?
No, it's I don't know.
It's Gary backwards. It's Uriga.
Yeah, it's Gary back. Urag. Urag.
It's perfect.
And then everybody wonders why he yells Gary. It's actually his real name.
Oh god.
Gary?
Oh my goodness. Where is he from?
Czechoslovakia.
Scandinavia.
Czechoslovakia.
I want to sign in. Okay.
This is what happens when an 80-year-old man tries to use Zoom.
Oh, cool.
A spiritual spider.
Oh my gosh.
I totally forgot about that. Spiritual spider. Isn't that the noise he makes?
Basically the character, all it is some guy in like a really terrible spider costume, like one that you would buy for $15-$20 at like Hot Topic or Macy's or something. I don't know, maybe Spirit of Halloween for $20. And he would just, all he would say was, "Ooh, spiritual spider," and just like, I don't know, dance around or something. And he would be in his apartment with his roommates, and his roommates are just like, "Derek, get off of the guacamole. You are literally standing in the guacamole." And he's just, "Woo."
Words of wisdom for you all, okay? don't do school, don't study. It doesn't really matter anyway. Just become rich. Extortion,
Just
money
drop
laundering,
out.
tax fraud, insurance
drop
fraud,
out.
all easy ways to make so much money.
Oh gosh, Vulture as Michael Keaton. Oh my gosh.
Vulture? You mean Michael Keaton as Vulture?
Yes, Vulture as Michael Keaton.
Speaking of water, what's up with that mermaid show?
Okay, my family.
They're watching an Australian mermaid show
my
where they turn
family-
into mermaids when they hit the water.
The H2O thing.
Oh my gosh.
You know what it's
it
called?
is?
Okay, it was on Teen Nick when I was younger, and I'd
Tell
see it
me
all the
why.
time. and
Tell
I
me
just
how
wouldn't watch it.
mermaids control water with their hands.
They're waterbenders.
Yeah, come on.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna agree.
You are.
Yeah.
It's dumb. She just puts her hand out and she's like, and the water starts boiling. The ocean
Wait, they
starts boiling.
That's dumb. They boil water.
And I was like, what?
You hear what I said?
yeah.
Shouldn't do.
I tuned you out, Sean.
That's so upsetting.
It is, man. What? Wait, are you talking about the mermaid show or the
The
podcast?
podcast. Although the mermaid show is upsetting. She just starts boiling the ocean. Who does that?
Global warming.
No.
I'm not just fat. I'm just fat. I just see McDonald's is like,
Wow.
oh, and then like 2 blocks down I see a Carl's
Lucky.
Jr. and I'm like, oh. And then 2 blocks down you see
Burger
like,
King.
Kiki's and oh.
Burger King.
So, I want to talk about an experience that we had at Chick-Fil-A.
I
actually.
don't want to talk about this.
Just cover your ears. Hayden wasn't there for this, so this will be good for him. So, it was me, Justin, Flavio, Enrique, Peter, and Ellie.
Justin went to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, because we all
I
wanted
know.
to go Chick-fil-A.
Surprising, right?
Mhm.
And we had gotten our meals, and Enrique was trying to open a ketchup packet.
It went
Packet.
everywhere, huh?
No, so
No, it's-
it's the way that he did it.
He
So-
went like this, didn't he?
Yes.
What? And
He went like this.
that's so
he takes his
funny
hand
because I knew
and just goes
exactly
like
what he was
this.
gonna do.
He takes
I've
his
never heard
hand-
that story, and I knew Enrique was gonna go on a
then,
ketchup
like,
packet.
He's like smacks it, and then it explodes like all over his hand,
And-
and he's right next to Justin,
And I'm like,
and Justin is
gagging.
like,
I'm about to spew everywhere.
Ew.
But that's not even the worst part. Like 5 minutes later, he takes another ketchup packet and he
I've
just
done it
squeezed it in his hands. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen anyone do, and I've seen a lot.
I probably eat too much.
yeah,
Yeah, you probably do.
like the whole first person.
Spectacular,
Spectacular Spider-Man, spectacular, spectacular Spider-Man.
Did
you watch that show? Probably.
I didn't. I didn't.
I've had so many problems today that I want to rip my hair out.
I don't.
Listen, I don't want to hear it from you.
You were showering. You were having a nice
Okay,
shower.
you know what? I was dirty and I wanted to be clean. So I took a shower before I came.
Parmesan, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, dang
Dirty,
it.
get clean.
Get clean.
Lighthouse. Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that. That's nice. All right. Thanks, Peter.
Lighthouse.
Love you, bro. All right. Peace out, man. I'll call you some other time. Talk later. The lighthouse is
Lighthouses. I can't believe he said lighthouses. Out of all the words in the human language, he picked lighthouse. So I wonder, like, how long ago they were like, I wonder if we just build a tower and put flame on it, we'll be able to see our, our coast, our port.
Maybe they were inspired by that one scene in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, back in the day, back in like
Yeah.
the 1100s, they were like, we watched Lord of the Rings and this works.
Nice fidget spinner.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. That's never like a fidget spinner guy, but it's pretty perfect for just
Twiddling.
like I just want to keep my hands busy while I'm talking about lighthouses.
Yeah, man.
Talk about lighthouses. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have him on. So Peter, a while back at the beginning of this whole thing, we called you for a topic, and you said lighthouses. So please explain in depth.
Why?
40 minutes. Why you said lighthouses?
I think Peter does a pretty good impression of it. I always go, hello there, and he goes, General Kenobi.
I'm sorry. I hate to bring it back. You said Peter, and I immediately thought Lighthouse. Gotta stay focused here, man. Is our ginormous random selector machine with the giant lever operable yet, or?
Yeah, here it is. Hang on, just give me 1 second. And here we go.
Did it generate something? Did it work?
Yeah. How do you feel about lighthouses? I saw Peter a week or two ago, and I was like, dude, I can't believe you said lighthouses. And he was like, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
At my girlfriend's house. I was at Caitlin's house. She sat next to me on the couch, and I was like, hey, what do you want to talk about, or whatever. She looked at me and went, probably lighthouses. Or if you're like, shut up about Spider-Man, talk about something else.
Talk about lighthouses.
Oh, we're gonna make it.
Watch the
A whole
lighthouse.
7 views.
The lighthouse one was the first one, and we just mentioned the lighthouse.
Oh,
Dang
sorry.
it, Sean!
Ah, frick.
Just cut it out.
Living on the edge, fighting crime, spinning webs, leaping from the highest ledge. She can leap above our heads.